I'm in the eastern Bannau Brycheiniog, Brecon Beacons National Park today in the Black Mountains. It's a beautiful day, the sun is shining, and I'm planning a 10, maybe 12 mile walk before I set up camp tonight. So I've set off nice and early. It's 9:30 and I'm going to be walking the Dragon's Back, which will take me up to Waun Fach, the highest point in the Black Mountains. I'm thinking of tonight, towards the end of the walk, maybe camping up on top of there, Mynydd Troed. We'll see how it goes. Just take a look at those views and those colours on Mynydd Troed. I've done this walk a number of times before, but nowhere near enough. And I've always said this walk offers some of the best views, most beautiful scenery in a national park. Once we've made an ascent, we get onto high ground up on the Dragon's Back. The views from on top of there are just extraordinary, and that's why I've chosen to do it today while the sun's out, so we can enjoy all of this. Right now I'm stood on top of Castell Dinas. I'm going to send the drone up and I'll tell you all about it. That's pretty cool, isn't it? It's a shame that's all that's left are these small bits of ruin. So we're going to start climbing the Dragon's Back now. And this is it there. And it's called the Dragon's Back because it's a collection of up and down mounds that go all the way to the top. It's like a big spine going up there, and it looks like a sleeping dragon. That's the first little mountain. I say little, it's a good old climb, this is. And now we're going to make a small descent. We're going to start the ascent up the spine of that next mound. I've just stopped for a little breather and I wanted to take these views in. We've got some wild horses down there. I was expecting to see them on this walk. There's a lot of them in the Black Mountains. Down there, that's what we've just walked. That's the Dragon's Back. And over there is Mynydd Troed. And in the distance, it's the Central Beacons and Penavon. And we're not even on top yet. And these views are just incredible. The ground levels out at this point. It's a nice chance to catch your breath before you start the next bit of ascent. That's a Dragon's Back done. That's one good climb, especially with a large pack on your back, but it's worth every footstep. Just take a look at those views. We'll start making our way across now to Waun Fach. I just spotted 2 military guys up in front of me with large packs on. They've taken off now. They've got a good pace on. But it just brought back some memories. My first experience of these mountains, the Black Mountains, was when I was 16 years old when I joined the army. Those army boys are going for it. They're all the way over there now, rather them than me. So this is Waun Fach. This is the highest point in the Black Mountains and also the 3rd highest mountain in South Wales or southern Britain. Over in that direction is Lord Hereford's Knob. Yes, you heard that correctly, Lord Hereford's Knob. And beyond that is Hay Bluff and Hay on Wye. It's bitterly cold now. This wind's cutting right through me. And take a look at these views. You can see for miles up here. Over there, that's Sugarloaf. A little break and an energy boost before we do the last bit of ascent. Nice cup of coffee and a peanut butter blueberry jam banana sandwich. Right, let's get going. I'm absolutely frozen after stopping there. I'm like a block of ice. There's Castell Dinas in the distance. From back up there, you can see why they've chosen to use that as a hill fort. It's a great vantage point. If you're interested in hill forts like I am, check out Headley Fawn. He's got a lot of knowledge on hill forts. He's got a YouTube channel and he's also on IG on Instagram, and he's got some amazing photography and drone footage of these hill forts. It's definitely worth a look. So I'm just coming up to Castell Dinas Inn. I think it's also known as the Dragon's Back pub. Anyway, it's a country pub. It's 300 years old and it's the highest pub in the Bannau Brycheiniog National Park. And right now, I would love to go sit in there next to a log fire and rehydrate with a nice pint. I've never been in there. It's closed for the first 3 days of the week, and whenever I visit this area, I always miss it. Guys, I've cheated only a little bit. Now when I got to the pub where I parked, I'm not sure if you're allowed to park overnight, and I was hoping to ask him when I got there, but I couldn't get an answer and I didn't want to chance it. So I've driven around. It's only cut out a short bit of distance and I've parked at the bottom of Mynydd Troed. So we're nearly up there now. So this Mynydd Troed is a hill. If I remember correctly, I think it's 1, maybe 2 meters short of 2,000 foot, which would make it classed as a mountain. But I tell you something, I've done it a few times before, and this last bit here, it's an absolute leg burner. It's a short, sharp, steep ascent. Right, let's get it done. Holy shit, that's one little beasting getting up here. It's never ending as well. Hopefully I get on this corner now. I can't be too far off. There we go, all set up. I wanted to move away from the trig point in case any walkers come up here. So I took a walk, I walked all the way down there and I just couldn't find anywhere suitable to pitch. So I've come back here. The sun's going down, so I'm unlikely to see anyone now. I'll make sure that I'm up early and gone in the morning. So I'll just show you the views before it goes dark. There's Clan Ghost Lake, Penavon over there in the distance. Right, it's cold, it's a tad breezy, so let's get inside our tent and get cozy. You would not believe how cold it is. I'm absolutely frozen. I've got foot warmers stuffed to my socks. I got one of those body warmers stuck to my chest. That's quite warm, that is there. And I'm in my sleeping bag. So I'm gonna get food on the go now. Hopefully that will warm me up a bit. So I've got a nice curry in there. It's a bit of a lucky dip. If you saw my last video, you know what I mean. But I think this could be the korma. And a bag of rice. Curry and rice. I've got way too much food to me today. I've got a cheesecake there for the dessert. I got chocolate bars. I got a sandwich. I got a tub of hummus. So I got a couple of beers. So we'll get this cooked now and warm up. I will chill out for the night. Yes, this is a korma. This is what I thought I was having on last week's camp, but I'd got my curries mixed up. It's a good curry, this one. I just had to go outside for a pee. It's way too cold for that nonsense. That curry was absolutely delicious. It didn't touch the sides. So for dessert, I've got a Biscoff cheesecake. I've got two interesting looking Belgian beers with me tonight. We've got this one here, which is Quark, I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly, and that is 8.4%. And this is, look at the colour on that, that looks beautiful. And I'm probably going to pronounce this incorrectly as well. That is Strafe Hendrik, maybe. Laugh away if I'm wrong. And that is 9%. So these were very kindly given to me by Scott Wilson. Thank you very much, buddy. I really appreciate this, and I'm looking forward to trying them. And Scott goes away to Belgium every Christmas and has been doing so for years, and he said these are two of his favourite beers. And the Belgians have a good reputation for making beers, and he did say this has got to be poured a special way, and it's got to be poured into a glass. So I've actually brought a glass with me, and I've actually watched a video on how they do it. I'm probably going to balls it up, knowing me, but I can give it a go, can't I? So I'm going to go for this one first, the Quark. I don't know if I'm going to drink both of these tonight. I'm actually done in, and they're quite strong percentage, but we'll see how we get on now. Let's try my Terra pole repair splint or whatever it is. Comes with a bottle opener on it. Does a job. Right then, let's give it a pour. So apparently you have to pour it in slowly at a 45-degree angle. And when you get to there, you pour it in the middle, nice and slow, so it doesn't chug, and you get a nice head on there. Hey, I think I've done a pretty good job there. And there's a lot of yeast in these. They use a lot of yeast. So what's left in the bottle then, you're meant to swish it round in there. Now you can either add it into that beer or drink it separately. I'm quite chuffed at that. That looks good. That's not too bad for the first go, is it? So I'm going to pour this yeast, the sediment, what's left. I'm going to pour that in. Let's give it a try. Damn, that is absolutely delicious. I know why Scott was going on about this now. That's a real beer. That's really good. Scott was telling me they drink this from a unique glass, the traditional way to drink it. The glass is shaped, it's a bit like a yard of ale, and it comes in a wooden stand with a handle on there, and it was invented in the 19th century for coachmen who weren't allowed to leave their horses to drink in the inns. We've got a helicopter flying around out there, so I just finished off that sediment, that yeast that was left in the bottom, and it tastes so much different to that. It's quite bitter. Well, that was so nice. I don't have to pour the other one, aren't I? It'd be rude not to. And I did bring them both with me because I want to compare them. So let's see if I can do a good job of pouring this one as well. Colour and that. Be interesting to see what that looks like in the glass now. Go on, son. Don't go over. Oh, just about saved it. Look at that. I think I've done a pretty good job again. And look at the colour on it. Right, just give it a little try. Oh, it's delicious again. It's a little, yeah, it's a little fruity, and it's got a little bit of fizz going on with it, which I like. So like I said, this one's a 9%. Let's give that yeast a swish around there and give it a try. Oh, there's a big difference between what's left in there and what's in our glass. So this one is brewed in Bruges, and it's a bready sweetness, shed loads of stone fruit aromas from the yeast. It's a complex beer that starts sweet and finishes with a fizzy herbal bitterness from the Zaz hop. Is that pronounced correctly? Zaz hop that just leaps off the tongue. Scott, thank you very much, mate. These are both delicious beers and they've really hit the spot after a long day of walking. If I had to pick a winner out of the two, it's going to be the first one, the Quack. Both absolutely delicious beers, but that first one is a winner for me. It's pretty cool out here tonight. The sky is crystal clear. There's not a cloud up there. There's a lot of stars going on up there. There's a quarter moon over there, and I'm looking out there. I don't know if you can see any of that on camera. I can see one built-up area over in that direction. I can't think where it is off the top of my head, but everywhere else it's just remote villages and farmhouses dotted around. And I'm looking out there and all of that, and that looks like the sky. That looks like a starry sky. It's absolutely stunning. It's beautiful, but it's also very cold. I've only been out there 5 minutes and I'm freezing. I think it's 9 o'clock and I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning on 3 hours sleep. I'm starting to feel a little tired, so I'm going to switch the camera off now, jump in the bed, and I shall catch you in the morning. piss cold. And 4 of my hands out with these hand warmers. It's just gone 6:30. I woke at 5:30. I slept solid. I was sleeping by 9 o'clock. I slept solid for 8.5 hours, which is brilliant for me. It's the longest sleep I've had in a long time. Yeah, full day of walking, 2 strong Belgian beers, and I was out like a baby. It was nice. I've been outside for a walk around. We meant to have rain this morning. There's no sign of it. Clear skies out there. Still a starry sky going on, and everywhere's covered in frost. It's a cold one. So we'll have this coffee now and warm up. Zip that door back up. I always make sure I've got plenty of ventilation flowing for the tent when I'm cooking on the stove. There was a tragic story earlier this year up in Scotland, and a couple were found dead in a tent, carbon monoxide poisoning. And when I saw the article online, I went to the comments and I was shocked to see how many people weren't aware that you could get carbon monoxide from cooking inside a tent. When I was cooking my curry last night, I had the stove on a long time, so I had the vent open at the end of the tent, and I cracked the door open. It's a silent killer, and if people don't know about it, it's worth putting it out there to let them know. It's beautiful out here. Looks like we may have a nice sunrise this morning. There's a layer of frost on the floor, and everything out there, everything looks white, like it's covered in a layer of frost. And we got a little temperature inversion, cloud inversion over there. Pennevan, I can see quite clearly. What a beautiful morning. This is what it's all about. What a cracker of a morning, and I was expecting rain. This is a nice little surprise. I was not expecting a frosty morning and a beautiful sunrise, and the views from up here, they're incredible. I'm looking in front of me, and where the sun is rising behind me, it's casting a shadow from this hill over those fields. What a beautiful sight. Something I wanted to mention last night and I didn't get around to it. I was too tired, I had to go to bed. But as always, I've had a lot of people asking about Toby, and I just want to let you know that he's doing really well and enjoying life. I took him out the other day and he's running around like a pup. and he's a big part of the channel and my sidekick, and I know a lot of you guys miss seeing him on the screen. So what I'm going to do at the end of this video, I've got some footage of him running around, and I'm going to put that up at the end of the video so you can see him, you can see how he's doing, you know. I might even put a little clip up of how he was back earlier in the year when he had his injury, just so you can see how far he's come, but he's doing really well. Well, I've had a brilliant how long have I been out? I think I've been out 25 hours now. I've been on the go, but it's been a cracker. Our walk up a Dragon's Back yesterday was beautiful. This camp has been great. Yeah, it's been a good one. So I'll probably go home now and start editing, and I'll probably be another 25 hours. Yeah, it's a lot of work. So if you've enjoyed the video, if you could do us a favor, could you give it a thumbs up, and please leave a comment. It'd be a big help for the video. Thank you for watching. Catch you soon.